Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Lion. In this episode of Learn with Lion, we're going to be drawing and coloring as if we were doing comic book illustration. So, here I am in Photoshop, and I've got a layer. So I'm just going to create a new layer by clicking the little layer button down below. Or you can go to Layer, New, and then choose Layer. Or you can hit the hotkey Shift Control N. And just to show you, I'll do Shift Control N on my keyboard. It's going to ask me to name it, and because I'm going to be doing line work, I'll name this one Lines. Boom. And then I'll go to the other layer. See on the right side that it's made a bunch of different layers. On the right side we have a layer in between. I'm going to name that one Colors. Now, with lines, let's say you want to draw a face. So I hit the hotkey of the letter B, and that shows the brush on the toolbar, and you can just select it by clicking clicking the brush. And I'm looking at my brush, and there's different types of brushes. They've got soft round, which gives like a blurry looking brush. They've got the hard round, which I like for doing my line work, and that's what I'm going to be using for creating my comic illustration. And down here on the left side of the toolbar, we have black and white colors. I'm going to use black as my primary color. And let's just do a quick scribbly dibbly just to, see something. All right. What do I see? I don't know, some sort of like octopus character. So I'm going to hit Control A. I'm going to hit the backspace key to delete that. Control D to deselect. And now that I saw my idea just by doing a little squiggly diggly, I'm going to start drawing my octopus character that I saw in my mind when I saw all those little squigglies. And bear with me, I don't really know what an octopus looks like. I just have a rough idea. So we're totally just going to go with this. And what does an octopus have? It has 8 tentacle appendages. So let's go with that. And let's say it's got a mouth. I don't know what's in its mouth. I don't remember any of that stuff. So I'm just gonna go and give it some teeth. I don't know if it even has teeth. I'm gonna guess it has something because it has to chew, I guess. If it's gonna eat a whole other sea creature. I don't know. Maybe it's like some other animal which digests it with acid. Who knows? There's got to be some acid involved. So there he is. He's got 4 tentacles coming out of him. And then I assume that he's just a big ball. He's a big ball shaped with 8 tentacles coming out of his head. Alright, so now we've got that done. I'll give him some eyes. Alright. I'm just giving him pupils. I'm not giving him iris, so he has no eye color. So there he is. He's an octopus, and so if you want to do like comic coloring, the thing you want to do is you want to make sure that all of your lines are connected. So you can see like there's like a little bit of space here, and the reason why we're making sure that the lines are connected and that there isn't any space is because when you go to color it, you want to be able to not have any of your colors seep through into the outer portions of your canvas. So now that I've got this, I'm going to go to my selection tool, and actually we're going to go to the other selection tool. So this one is the object selection tool, and then down below it has the magic wand. So I'm going to choose the magic wand, or you can hit the letter W on your keyboard. And as you can see, I just selected this area above him, this area, this area, this area, this area, this area. So this is all the areas where there is no piece of octopus. So this is all like the empty area. And I'm going to click select. I'm going to modify. I'm going to expand. I'm going to do, let's do 3 pixels. Bam. And as you could see, the selection goes a little into the black area, and that's fine, because what's going to occur is we're going to go into the colors area, and I'm going to hit Control Shift I, which will invert the selection. So now it's selecting my octopus tentacle areas, and I'm going to put in an octopus color. And people love purple, so let's go with some purple. And let's see. You want to fill the color in. And I only know this by hotkey, so I'm trying to find this for you. On my keyboard, I can hit Alt and backspace. The foreground color will get filled into the selection area. So there it is, Alt and backspace. And so now you can see my octopus is filled with color. And the background, I'm going to hit Control D to deselect to get rid of those selection ants. And since we're in the water, usually the color of the water is like bluish, greenish. So there. So now I'm changing the background color. I hit Alt backspace again to fill with blue. And so now we have our purple octopus. So now we're getting closer to almost being finished. So now we want to create a new layer. So we can either select this little new layer button, or we can hit Control Shift N. Yeah, that's what it was. And make a new layer. And so we've got these two new layers, and the reason why I'm creating two layers on top of my colors is because I want to have one for lighting. So we're going to do lighting, and then we're going to have one for shading. So I'm double clicking on the layers to change their names. And then because this is Photoshop, we've got some extra abilities. If you hold your Alt key on your keyboard and you move your mouse between two layers, it gives you the ability to clip any like colors or whatever things that you do on a particular layer to the, or mask or clip to the colors on the layer that is clipping it. So we're choosing the color layer of our octopus, and so now we're going to put some lighting in here. So quickly we're going to go in here, we're going to go and add some white, and this is white. The hotkey that I did to get my white, the white was in the background of my toolbar. And if you want to swap the foreground and background colors, you just hit the X key, X as in xylophone or Xerox, and you can just keep hitting X over and over and over, and it just keeps swapping it. Another way that you can bring your colors being black and white is you can hit D. D brings back default colors. But of course, when it's default colors, black is the foreground, white is the background, and so you got to hit X again. So there we are. So we're doing some more highlights on our octopus, and this is just very rough. We're not going wild here. I'm just trying to give you a little tutorial so this way you can get started on doing your illustration. You may have already started doing your illustration because of what I've showed you so far, and that's great. It's good to be productive, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of this. And then not everybody wants to use white, so maybe you want to do a little blend mode. So if you're in Photoshop, you can go to your layer blending mode options, and you just go to overlay. And so now it just gives it a little bit of like a lighter purple, pinkish color. There we are. And you can increase your brush size inside of Photoshop by using the bracket keys. Those are the keys that are to the right of the letter P on your keyboard. So the left bracket will make your brush smaller, and the right bracket will make the brush bigger. And if you are using a stylus like I am, you have the ability to control the thickness of your brush by how lightly you press. So you can't really see my brush because I'm not recording myself with a camera. But you can see that if I hold it light, I can draw light lines, and then if I press it more, I get thicker lines. So, bam. And I'm going to take Control Z, which is undo. You can also go to Edit and undo or redo, depending on what you want to do. And bam. So there you've got that. And let's just continue on adding a little bit more color to our octopus. And maybe put a little highlight on his eyes. And a little bit on his mouth. Maybe on his lip. Alright, so we did the lighting. Now we're going to do the shading. And so similarly, we're going to select the shading layer. We're going to add some black. And we don't really want it to be black, black. We want it to just be a little something. I'm going to do with multiply. Multiply is another way to like add some shade to your color. Alright. And this is just one way to color. There's multiple ways to color comics, but you know, if you just want to have one way, this is one way to do it, and maybe another video I'll do another way. But for now, this is something to get you started. Hopefully you're a little excited because you didn't know how to do this before, and now you can start doing some coloring. Awesome sauce. Alright, I think I've got almost all my tentacles. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. This illustration isn't that great. It's just mediocre. But you know what? You can always start from the beginning and make it better. So anyhow, we do have one layer for colors. And you can always add more colors to this. And, you know, I don't know what color an octopus's eyes are. But I'm going to go with a little bit of like a yellowish white. I guess this is cream color. And then his color of his teeth are going to be the same, because, you know, why not? One special hotkey I also like to use, when I've got my brush selected, as you could see in the left side toolbar over here, when I have my brush selected, I like to hold the Alt key, and that lets me grab the color that's nearby. And just so you know, if you do use the Alt key, it's the same thing as hitting the letter I, which is for your ink dropper tool for selecting a color. But at the very top of the screen, you can see that there's something up here that says point sample, it says sample, and it says all layers, and you get the different option of how do you want to choose your colors. It could be the current layer, so it's only going to select the colors that are currently on the layer you're on. And so let's say, for example, I was on the lighting layer, which I used white on, and let's say I go to current layer, and I actually chose that lighting that was over there. It's only going to give me white, because that's the only color that's available on this layer. And so if there was other colors that I used, so here I am on the octopus, and so if I select here, it's going to give me the cream color, yellow whitish color that I chose. But if I click over here, it's going to give me that purple. And just as a reminder, it says current layer. So if I go up here where the lighter color of the octopus is and I select it, it's not going to give me that lighter color. It's going to give me the color that the main color is, because it's not blending in them. So if I want to have it where it chooses colors based on the blend, then I'm going to choose all colors. And now if I select it, you can see the difference. But that little ring on the outside there, it's showing you what it's going to give you. And it'll even do it for the outside color. So that outside blue, the cream color, the ink that's black. So, and the reason I'm able to show you this ring constantly as I'm dragging my mouse around, because I'm holding the left mouse click button on my mouse and I'm dragging my mouse around. Otherwise, you wouldn't get to see this ring the whole time. Alright, so there you go. That's how you can do some comic book coloring and drawing. Hopefully that helps you, and I look forward to seeing what you guys create. And if you do create something based off of this tutorial, please share it with me. I want to see what you made, and I'll give you a little shout out. I'll share your work with everybody. Alright, well, till next time, this is Learn with Line, and thanks for watching.